and the sails they strain. A briny kiss from the salty main. The prow cuts deep where the sirens sing. To the devil's tide we bring everything. Heave ho, lads, and haul away. The devil's tide won't wait, they say. With a clap, a stomp, and a hearty cheer, adventure calls, we've no room for fear. A cask of rum and a sky so black, the compass spins, no turning back. The waves they roar like beasts untamed. We laugh, we fight, and we stake our claim. Oceans rise and the heavens cry, but we'll not break till the day we die. Heave ho, lads, and haul away. The devil's tide won't wait, they say. With a clap, a stomp, and a hearty cheer, adventure calls, we've no room for fear. The stars above our lanterns light, guiding through the endless night. And though the sea may claim her due, our spirits fierce, our hearts are true. Heave ho, lads, and haul away. The devil's tide won't wait, they say. With a clap, a stomp, and a hearty cheer, adventure calls, we've no room for fear. Heave ho, lads, and haul away. The devil's tide won't wait, they say. With a clap, a stomp, and a hearty cheer, adventure calls, we've no room for fear.
The wind howls sharp, the sails they cry. A shadow cuts across the moonlit sky. A deck of wood, a heart of stone. We chase horizons, never alone. Oh, rolling waves and roaring hearts, where the ocean ends is where we start. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, sing it loud, boys, feel the beat. The ropes are frayed, the masts may creak, the salted stings, but we don't speak. For every storm we faced and won, a sailor's life is never done. Raise the anchor, cut the line, bound for glory, stars will shine. Oh, rolling waves and roaring hearts, where the ocean ends is where we start. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, sing it loud, boys, feel the beat. There's a map in the stars, there's gold in the deep. There's a story for every vow we keep. The tides may turn, the skies may fall, but the sea shall answer our every call. Oh, rolling waves and roaring hearts, where the ocean ends is where we start. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, sing it loud, boys, feel the beat. Oh. Loud, boys, feel the beat. Oh, the wind bites sharp, the ropes are frayed, the gulls cry high in the salt-swept spray. With a heave and a hoe, we bend the mast. The sea's our mistress, our die is cast. Yo-ho, the roaring tide calls us home from the depths unknown to the crest of foam. With a yo and a ho and a thunderous cheer, the ocean's our guide and the stars are clear. Through storms that scream and skies that weep, we dance with danger, we dive so deep. The moon's a lantern, the waves our path, no fear nor folly can break our wrath. Yo-ho, the roaring tide calls us home from the depths unknown to the crest of foam. With a yo and a ho and a thunderous cheer, the ocean's our guide and the stars are clear. The timber strain, the salt may sting, the sails may wane, but the heart of a sailor beats bold and true through roaring tides and skies of blue. Yo-ho, the roaring tide calls us home from the depths unknown to the crest of foam. With a yo and a ho and a thunderous cheer, the ocean's our guide and the stars are clear.
Sharp, the sails pull tight, the salt bites deep in the morning light. A wave like a mountain, dark as coal. We haul the line, we brace the roll. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, wind in our ears and the sea keeps rising. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, no turning back, no compromising. The ropes are frayed, the timbers groan, the sea's alive, it chills the bone. But the fire's within, it won't go out. We laugh at the gale, we cheer, we shout. Oars and anchors, hearts of steel, no fear to break, no storm too near. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, wind in our ears and the sea keeps rising. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, no turning back, no compromising. The stars are lost, the compass spins, but the captain grins, the fight begins. We live for this, the wild and free, the song of men and the endless sea. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, wind in our ears and the sea keeps rising. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, no turning back, no compromising. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, wind in our ears and the sea keeps rising. Heave ho, lads, the stormy horizon, no turning back, no compromising. The stars are lost, the compass spins, but the captain grins, the fight begins. We live for this, the wild and free, the song of men and the endless sea. The stars are lost, the compass spins, the captain grins, the fight begins. We live for this, the wild and free, the song of men and the endless sea. Heave-ho, lads, the stormy horizon, wind in our ears and the sea keeps rising. Heave-ho, lads, the stormy horizon, no turning back, no compromising.
Oh, the tide pulls hard and the wind cuts deep, with the fiddles wail and a promise to keep. The stars are our map, the moon our guide, through the devil's wake where the bold survive. Heave-ho, lads, and a bottle to the gale, through the devil's wake we'll hoist the sail. With the sea below and the sky above, we'll chase the horizon, hearts full of love. The ropes are frayed and the boards do creak, the salt burns sharp on a weathered cheek. Yet the song of the ocean, she calls us still, through the devil's wake to the farthest hill. Sing loud, sing true, with the rolling tide, through the devil's wake we'll never hide. Heave-ho, lads, and a bottle to the gale, through the devil's wake we'll hoist the sail. With the sea below and the sky above, we'll chase the horizon, hearts full of love.
The storm may howl, the mast may groan, the sea may claim what's not its own, but shoulder to shoulder we pull and fight, through the devil's wake into the night.
The wind it howls
mainsail's torn, the mast does creak. The gulls cry out with voices bleak. Yet in our hearts the fire burns. For every tide the sea returns. With hands of grit, with hearts so true, we brave the storm, the gallant crew. Heave-ho, lads, pull it through, the gallant Tempest crew. Through roaring waves and skies of blue, we are the gallant Tempest crew. The lantern swings, the shadows leap, the ocean's secrets dark and deep. But shoulder to shoulder we stand as one, until the voyage is done. Is done. The salt spray bites, the timber groans, the devil's compass points to bones. With the fiddles cry and our mandolins hum, we'll sail till the sea swallows sun. Heave-ho, the waves will roar, heave-ho to the far off shore. Raise your voice, let the storm wind sing, for the sea is ours, and the tides are king. The gulls, they mock with the raucous scream. A sailor's life is a cursed dream. But a concertina wails and a mug goes round. In the devil's shadow, our souls are bound. Pull the ropes, let the rigging cry. Hands to the mast 'neath the stormy sky. Heave-ho, the waves will roar, heave-ho to the far off shore. Raise your voice, let the storm wind sing, for the sea is ours, and the tides are king. Oh, oh, the moon's a ghost on a rolling tide. The stars are map with no land to bide. And if we sink, let the tale be told of a crew so bold in the ocean's hold. Heave-ho, the waves will roar, heave-ho to the far off shore. Raise your voice, let the storm wind sing, for the sea is ours, and the tides are king. The winds a howl, the sails they strain, a tempest brews upon the main. Through foam and spray the deck to see the stars above. A map we weave, a lantern swings its light, unsure the sea she beckons, wild and pure. Heave-ho, lads, the storm won't wait. Brace the lines, we tempt our fate. The roving tempest calls our name. We're sailors bound for fortune's flame. A shadow looms on the horizon's crest. The waves rise high, a daunting test. Salt in our veins, grit in our hands, we'll tame the beast. The cry rings out, all hands on deck. No turning
check.
Heave ho, lads! The storm won't wait. Brace the lines. We tempt our fate. The roving tempest calls our name. We're sailors bound to fortune's flame.
Oh, the sea she takes, the sea she gives, a treacherous dance where the sailor lives. With each loud crack, the mast may bend, but onward we sail through gale to the end.
Heave ho, lads! The storm won't wait. Brace the lines. We tempt our fate. The roving tempest calls our name. We're sailors bound to fortune's flame. One, two, three, four. Hey, hey.
The mast is high, the sails are torn. We've weathered storms since early morn. The salty spray, it bites the skin, but lads, we'll never give in. No,
Never give in. Hoist the flag.
let the cannons roar. The raging tide calls us once more. Heave ho, with all your might. We'll conquer the sea by the fall of night. The moonlit waves, they twist and churn. The compass spins, the stars we learn.
A bottle of rum, a hearty cheer.
We laugh at the dark, for we know no fear.
And when the wind begins to wail, we grip the ropes and tell the tale.
Hoist the flag, let the cannons roar. The raging tide calls us once more. Heave ho, with all your might. We'll conquer the sea by the fall of night.
A life of danger, a life of gold. The sea's our mistress, fierce and cold.
But shoulder to shoulder, we stand as one, singing loud till the morning comes. Till the morning comes. Wait.
The sun's ablaze, the deck's a stage. Our boots beat time with the ocean's rage. Salt in the air and dreams in our sails. Chasing the wind, we'll never fail. Whoa. Heave ho, lads, the tide is our guide. With the waves at our back and the stars on our side. Oh, heave ho, lads, the storm's yet to come, but the roaring tide calls us home. Boys, home. The gulls cry sharp as the line is drawn. Each knot we tie binds us to the dawn. The sea is a mistress, wild and free. Her voice is the song of eternity.
Through the brine, through the gale, through the tempest we prevail.
rings, the mandolin hums, the concertina cries, where the storm cloud drums. With stomp and clap, we'll fight the squall, for the sea is our mistress, she claims us all. Heave ho, lads, the tide is our guide, with the waves at our back and the stars on our side. Oh, heave ho, lads, the storm's yet to come, but the roaring tide calls us home. Boys, home, home, home. Boys, home, home, home. Boys.
A red sun rises, the sails take the breeze. We leave behind the quiet of the trees. The ropes are taut, the deck's alive. Through foam and storm, we'll strive, we'll strive, we'll strive. The rolling tide calls us away. Hoist the flag, no time to stay. With a yo-ho-ho and a hearty cheer, the sea's our home, no land draws near. The gulls cry sharp, the salt bites the air. The waves, they howl, but we don't scare. With calloused hands and spirits bold, we chase horizons of blue and gold. Sing, lads, sing, with hearts so free. The ocean song's our melody. The rolling tide calls us away. Hoist the flag, no time to stay. With a yo-ho-ho and a hearty cheer, the sea's our home, no land draws near. Whoa! The night brings stars like lanterns above. The wind's our master, the sea's our love. Through the storms, through the calm, we find our way. Each dawn anew, each night we sway. The night brings stars like lanterns above. The wind's our master, the sea's our love. Through the storms, through the calm, we find our way. Each dawn anew, each night we sway. The rolling tide calls us away. Hoist the flag, no time to stay. With a yo-ho-ho and a hearty cheer, the sea's our home, no land draws near. Each night we sway.
The salt air bites, the canvas strains, the prow cuts deep through stormy veins. 1,000 leagues the wind's cruel jest, yet the horizon whispers, find your rest. Oh, the roaring tide calls us home, through crashing waves and briny foam. Hoist the sail, lads, strike the drum, the sea's our cradle where we're from. The lantern sways in the darkened hold, the bilge-rats scurry through tales untold. A cask of rum and a song to share, the stars above our compass fair. Oh, lash the ropes, let the gulls cry free, our hearts beat fast with the pulse of the sea. Oh, the roaring tide calls us home, through crashing waves and briny foam. Hoist the sail, lads, strike the drum, the sea's our cradle where we're from.
From port to port the tales grow tall, of mermaids' kiss and sirens' call, but none can bind a sailor's will.
We're children of the tempest still. Oh, the roaring tide calls us home, through crashing waves and briny foam. Hoist the sail, lads, strike the drum, the sea's our cradle where we're from. The mast creaks high, the sails are torn, a whisper rides the ocean's scorn. Salt on the lips, wind in the bone, who'll stand with me till the sea's unknown? Oh, heave-ho, as the storm calls us home, through the roaring waves and the briny foam. Raise your voice, let the wild winds know, we are the crew and this ship will go. The moon hides her face, the stars play shy, a lantern swings as the gulls cry by. The ropes bite deep, the deck it groans, but the spirit of sailors is carved in stone. Through thunder's growl and lightning's claw, we sail to the edge of the world we saw. Oh, heave-ho, as the storm calls us home, through the roaring waves and the briny foam. Raise your voice, let the wild winds know, we are the crew and this ship will go.
Round the horn where the tempests fight, we dance with death in the pale moonlight. The sea's a beast, but we tame its might, with grit, with heart, and the fire inside.
Pull the tide, it calls, it pulls.
the shipyard's bows, with a briny breeze and a lantern's glow. We hoist the sails where the wild winds blow. Hey! Ho! Ho! Lads, the sea's our guide. Ho! Ho! To the roving tide, through the storm and foam, where the brave abide. Hey! Ho! To the roving tide. The gulls they screech, the ropes they strain, salt in our blood in the pouring rain. The stars are charts, the moon our muse. On the endless blue, there's no time to lose. The waves may rise, the winds may wail, but a sailor's heart is a ship's true sail. Heave! Ho! Ho! Lads, the sea's our guide. Heave! Ho! To the roving tide, through the storm and foam, where the brave abide. Heave! Ho! To the roving tide. We've seen the Kraken's shadow crawl, heard Neptune's laughter fierce and raw, but together we stand, no man alone. A crew's the heart of a ship's backbone.
Oh, the wind bites sharp like a devil's knife, and the salt stings deep, it carves your life. The sails snap taut like a wolf in the night. We chase the horizon where the stars burn bright.
Hoist the line, let's pull her wide. Feel the pull of the gallant tide with the oh-heave-ho and the ocean's pride. We'll sing to the waves and the world will strike. Hoy-da-hoy, hey, 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 hoy-da-hoy, hey, 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 hey.
The decks they creak like a widow's moan, every plank a story, every scar a home. The gulls cry sharp like a banshee's tune. We'll ride the tempest neath the silver moon, through the storm, through the gale, to the sea's wild jagged trail. Oh,
Hoist the line, let's pull her wide. Feel the pull of the gallant tide of the oh-heave-ho and the ocean's pride. We'll sing to the waves and the world will strike. Hoy-da-hoy, hey, hey, hey.
She's a cruel mistress, yet she's our home. Her voice calls low like a siren's plea. but we're sons of the storm. We belong to the sea. Hey, 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 hey. The mast it creaks,
The ropes they strain,
a sailor's life is grit and gain.
the salty spray, it burns my eyes.
The devil's own tide, it never lies. The stars above, they guide our quest.
The wind it howls, it never rests. Heave ho, lads, and steady your hand. The devil's own tide takes the brave from the land. Raise up your voice, let the cannon boom wide. We'll conquer the waves on the devil's own tide.
The deck runs red, the storm's in rage. The ocean's a beast we can't outrange. Yet side by side, we stand as one. Our fight's not done till the setting sun.
Heave ho, lads, and steady your hand. The devil's own tide takes the brave from the land. Raise up your voice, let the cannon boom wide. We'll conquer the waves on the devil's own tide.
Oh, the sea's a mistress cold and cruel, a wretch's bane, a dreamer's jewel. But where her can her briny crew? No man can tame her, but we'll see it
Heave ho, lads, and steady your hand. The devil's own tide takes the brave from the land. Raise up your voice, let the cannon boom wide. We'll conquer the waves on the devil's own tide. Heave ho, lads, and steady your hand. The devil's own tide takes the brave from the land. Raise up your voice, let the cannon boom wide. We'll conquer the waves on the devil's own tide.
We'll conquer the waves on the devil's own tide. Ow! Out on the tide where the black gulls scream, the salt sprays high and the sails do gleam. The rolling thunder calls us near to chase the winds and drown our fear. Hoist the mainsail as heave ho to the briny deep where the wild winds blow. With a clap and a stomp, we'll never fall, for the rolling thunder calls us all. The stars above, they chart our way through storm and night, through break of day. A ship's no home for the faint of heart, but we're bound as brothers, never apart.
Oh, the waves may rise and the skies may crack, but there's no turning, no looking back.
Hoist the mainsail as heave ho to the briny deep where the wild winds blow.
test your metal, she'll beg for more. But we are her children, fierce and free, born to roam the endless sea.
A shadow falls on the rolling blue, salt on the wind and the sails pull true. The gulls cry sharp, their wings are wide. We chase the sun on the roving tide. Heave ho, lads, pull the line. The sea's our mistress, wild and fine. With hearts of oak and eyes untied, we live and die on the roving tide. The waves rise high, the hull does groan. Each man stands firm, though he's flesh and bone. The stars they guide, the storms decide what fate will meet on the roving tide. Oh, drink to the moon and drink to the foam. The ocean's a lady who never brings you home. Hee-ho, lads, pull the line. The sea's our mistress, wild and fine. With hearts of oak and eyes untied, we live and die on the roving tide. Tell me, brother, do you hear her call? The siren song, the rise and fall. The ropes they creak, the masts they sway. She takes us all, no man can stay.
The wind's in the sail, she howls her tune. The gulls cry sharp in the morning's bloom. Salt on the skin and the sun hangs low. We chase where the restless waters flow. Heave ho, lads, the roaring tide. With the waves as our guide, we'll never hide. Through storm and spray, through foam and foam, the roaring tide calls us home.
A bottle of rum and a tale to spin. The stars mark the way, the night draws thin. Barnacles cling to the hull below, but onward we surge where the wild winds go. Oh, the sea is a beast, a lover, a foe. She'll take what you give and ask for more. Heave-ho, lads, the roaring tide. With the waves as our guide, we'll never hide. Through storm and spray,
deck-tilled steep. The ocean's a mistress who never sleeps. The lantern swings in the tempest's roar, yet we laugh as we pull toward a distant shore.
Hoist the sails, the wind's alive, a rolling storm, the seas do thrive. From port to starboard, the salt we breathe, the horizon calls, no time to breathe. Oh, rolling thunder tides, carry us where fortune hides. Clap your hands and stomp the deck, raise your voice or risk the wreck. Oh, rolling thunder tides will tame the waves and claim the prize. The gulls they cry, the ropes they creak, the hull it groans, the mast does speak. Through jagged isles, past reefs that bite, we chase the sun into the night. Shouting loud the sailor's creed, for land and love, for want and need. Oh, rolling thunder tides, carry us where fortune hides. Clap your hands and stomp the deck, raise your voice or risk the wreck. Oh, rolling thunder tides will tame the waves and claim the prize. The barrel's dry, but spirits roar, a crew united evermore. Through storm and squall, through fire and foam, the sea's our mistress ship, our home. Rolling thunder tides, carry us where fortune hides. Clap your hands and stomp the deck, raise your voice or risk the wreck. Oh, rolling thunder tides will tame the waves and claim the prize. We'll tame the waves and claim the prize.
Oh, the waves rise high and the gulls do cry, with the bottle of rum and a weathered eye. Rope in hand we pull, we haul, the salty call, it claims us all. Heave ho, lads, the wind's our guide. Heave ho, lads, the tide won't bite. With the spray on our skin and the stars to see, we're bound to the salty call of the sea. breezes on the restless foam. Each creak of the mast sings a far-off home. The anchor's a ghost of the shore we leave. Our hearts are the sails we dare to believe. Oh, sing, lads, sing, let the echoes fly. Sing for the storm, for the open sky. Heave ho, lads, the wind's our guide. Heave ho, lads, the tide won't bite. With the spray on our skin and the stars to see, we're bound to the salty call of the sea. The ropes may fray, but courage keeps the dark at bay. We're brothers in arms neath the canvas white, sailing together through endless night.
Oh, the devil's tide is rising high with a howl that chills the bone. The gulls they screech, the ropes they cry, and the sea claims all its own.
Hold fast the wheel, hold tight your breath, for the waves will dance with death.
Heave ho, lads, to the devil's tide, sing and pull, let the ship decide. Heave ho, lads, we'll never hide, for we live and die by the devil's tide. The moon's a ghost on a velvet shroud, and the stars they blink and fade. The salted bites, the wind it's loud, but a sailor's heart won't jade. We'll carve our path through the storm's cruel grin, for the seas our blood, our kin. Our kin, mate! Heave ho, lads, to the devil's tide, sing and pull, let the ship decide. Heave ho, lads, we'll never hide, for we live and die by the devil's tide. Woo. Oh, yeah. Oh, the captain's laugh, it cuts the gale as the timbers creak and groan. The compass spins, the sails they wail, but we've got the sea as our throne.
With a clap and a stomp, we'll tame the beast till the dawn brings us our feast. Hey, 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 hey!
Heave ho, lads, to the devil's tide, sing and pull, let the ship decide. Heave ho, lads, we'll never hide, for we live and die by the devil's tide. Heave ho, lads. Heave ho, lads.
The salty gale, she howls and screams, tearing through the sailors' dreams. A ship's no place for tender hearts, just broken decks and weathered charts. Ropes are snapping, sails aflame.
The sea won't care to know your name.
The salty gale will drink to the wind and the snapping sail. Heave-ho! To the ocean's roar we'll take a wrath and beg for more.
The lantern swings, its flame runs thin. The shadowed beast is closing in. The waves rise up, a ghostly crew. The black abyss pulls hard at you. But courage clings, it's all we own. This ship's our life, our floating stone. Bind the line, embrace the mast. The storm's a beast, but it won't last.
The salty gale will drink to the wind and the snapping sail. To the ocean's roar we'll take her wrath and beg for more.
Oh, Neptune laughs in his watery keep as we fight the waves and refuse to weep. The fiddler plays with a fiery bow. The mandolin sings as the tempests blow. Together we stand, no man alone, a brotherhood bound by the ocean's tone. The sun sinks slow where the gulls take flight. A ship's shadow cuts the water bright. We've salt in our veins and the wind's wild song. Through the spray, through the storm, we carry along.
Oh, the gallant tide, it calls through roaring winds and ocean squalls. Raise your voice, lads, don't you hide, we're bound to ride, we're bound to ride the gallant tide.
The bow dips deep, the waves do churn. The mast creaks loud, but the sails still burn. With the stars as our guide and the moon hung wide,
We'll chase the edge where the sea won't hide. Hold fast,
my brothers, the rope and the rail. The heart of a sailor will never fail.
oh, the gallant tide, it calls through roaring winds and ocean squalls. Raise your voice, lads, don't you hide, we're bound to ride, we're bound to ride the gallant tide.
Barrels of rum in the hold below, echoes of laughter where the tempests blow. With barnacle hands and a sailor's creed, we've all we need. Hey, all we need. Hey. Oh, eh, oh, oh.
Oh, eh, oh, oh. Eh, oh,
Oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh.
way, oh, ho. Way, oh, ho.
The tide it pulls, the wind it screams. A sailor's heart is bound by dreams of golden shores and skies that burn. Each wave a lesson, each gale we learn.
Ho, lads, the storm calls us home through roaring seas and salt white foam. With hearts of oak and sails that fight, we'll chase the dawn, we'll steal the night.
Oh, eh, oh, oh.
Oh, eh, oh, oh. Way, oh,
Oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh.
oh. Way, oh, oh.
does not speak, but sings instead a thundered cry for freedom's breath beneath the sky.
Heave ho, lads, the storm calls us home through roaring seas and salt white foam. With hearts of oak and sails that fight, we'll chase the dawn, we'll steal the night.
The gulls they circle, the clouds grow black. There's no retreat, no turning back. We laugh at fear, we drink its brine, for life's a tempest,
Raw and fine. Heave ho, lads! Heave ho, lads! The storm calls us home through roaring seas and salt white foam. With hearts of oak and sails that fight, we'll chase the dawn, we'll steal the night.
oh, eh, oh. The wind howls fierce through the rigging's cry, the salt spray bites, the gulls drift high. With a shanty bold we pull the line for the devil's wake, we'll claim no time.
Hey, heave ho, ho, the devil's wake. Row, lads, row, no time to break. The roaring seas, we stake our claim. Adventure calls, no man the same. Hey!
A lantern swings as the hull does groan, each timber speaks with a voice of its own. The stars above are guiding flame, we chase the night, a sailor's game.
Oh, lads, the tide is wild and wide, no shore to see, just the ocean's pride. Hey, heave ho, ho, the devil's wake. Row, lads, row, no time to break. Through roaring seas, we stake our claim. Adventure calls, no man the same.
A shadow moves on the moonlit crest. Is it a ghost or Neptune's jest? The fiddle wails, the concertina weeps, but we fear no spectre in the briny deep. Hey! 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 Ooh, oh, the wind it howls, the ropes they creak, the stars are dim, the masters speak. A whisper bold, a sailor's creed, the call of the sea,
The call of the sea. Hey, heave ho, lads, the tide is strong. Heave ho, lads, it won't be long. The waves will roar, the gulls will flee to the call of the sea. The call of the sea.
the salt it bites, the deck it sways, 1,000 leagues of endless haze. With hearts of oak and hands of grime, we sail through the storm, we sail through time. Oars in the water, a rhythm so true. One for the red sky,
One for the blue. Hey! Heave ho, lads, the tide is strong. Heave ho, lads, it won't be long. The waves will roar, the gulls will flee to the call of the sea. The call of the sea.
lanterns flicker, tales unwind, of treasure lost and ships confined. But the heart of a sailor beats untamed through fire and foam. We're never chained. One for the front, blow! Heave ho, lads, the tide is strong. Heave ho, lads, it won't be long. The waves will roar, the gulls will flee to the call of the sea. The call of the sea.
The sails are taut, the wind's alive. She roars beneath, the ship does strive. With every creak and every groan, we ride the tide to the great unknown. Oh, the rolling tide calls us home, calls us home, calls us home. Through the storm and the foam, the rolling tide calls us home. The salt, it bites, the ropes they burn, the gulls they circle, the waves they churn. A chest of dreams in the hold below, where the sea takes us none can know. Heave, lads, heave, feel the spray. Heave, lads, heave, make her sway. Tide calls us home, calls us home, calls us home. Through the storm and the foam, the rolling tide calls us home. Lantern light on a deck of sweat, sworn to the sea, no regrets. Stars above guide the helm, we are kings of this ocean realm.
Raise the anchor, boys, the tide won't wait. The gulls cry sharp and the seas are fate. Through the foam and spray to the far-off bay, with the salt in our blood and the dawn's first ray. Oh, the salt and the storm, they call with a heave and a haul. We'll face it all from the crest to the trough. We rise, we fall. The salt and the storm, they call, they call. Waves like mountains high and cruel, the wind's a whip and the sea's a school, but the crew stands firm, hearts full unbowed. We're a brotherhood bound neath the stormy shroud. With ropes in hand and the mast held tight, we fight the day, we own the night. Oh, the salt and the storm, they call with a heave and a haul. We'll face it all from the crest to the trough. We rise, we fall. Oh, the salt and the storm, they call, they call. the compass spins through the pitch black dark, where the world begins. A bottle passed and a tune well sung. The sea's our cradle where life's begun.
Oh, winds are whistling sharp and keen. The salt spray bites, it cuts you clean. A deck beneath, she groans and creaks. The rolling thunder speaks, oh, it speaks. Grab the rope, haul the line. Heave, my boys, the storm is nigh. Oh, the rolling thunder's call. Heave away, let's heave and haul. Through the waves, through it all, the rolling thunder's call. The lantern swings, the shadows dance, each breath you take a fleeting chance. The stars above, they light the path through Neptune's wrath. Oh, his wrath. Steady hands, hearts of stone. Together, lads, we're not alone. Oh, the rolling thunder's call. Heave away, let's heave and haul. Through the waves, through it all, the rolling thunder's call.
Oh, the raging tide calls, the raging tide calls. Through the storm and the squall, we stand or we fall. The raging tide calls, the raging tide calls. To the ends of the earth we answer it all. The mast it groans, the ropes they sing. 1,000 leagues the salt does cling to hands of men who pull and heave. For every mile we do believe. Oh, the raging tide calls, the raging tide calls. Through the storm and the squall, we stand or we fall. The raging tide calls, the raging tide calls. To the ends of the earth we answer it all. The stars above, they guide our way through darkest night to breaking day. The winds may howl, the waves may rise, but onward still we claim the prize. With a cheer and a cry and the gulls flying high, we'll never say die. The raging tide calls, the raging tide calls. Through the storm and the squall, we stand or we fall. The raging tide calls, the raging tide calls. To the ends of the earth we answer it all. a bottle past, a tune we hum, the fiddle wails, the concertina strums, a brotherhood forged in brine and breeze, with every wave we conquer seas. The raging tide calls, the raging tide calls, through the storm and the squall, we stand or we fall. The raging tide calls, the raging tide calls, to the ends of the earth we answer it all. Ho!
The winds a howl, the gulls they wheel, the clouds they scour. With ropes in hand we brace the mast. A ship like ours was built to last. The sea's a beast, it heaves, it groans, but this deck's where we carve our bone. Oh, the roaring tide calls us home, from the tempest's heart to the ocean's foam. The shadows creep, the stars above a map we keep. Through storm and squall, through joy and strife, this ship's our blood, this crew's our life. We laugh at fear, we spit at fate, for the tide won't wait. The tide won't wait. Pull the line and haul it tight, we sail by stars and not by sight. In a voice so cold, a tale of men both young and old, of treasures found, of battles won, and journeys ended 'neath the sun. Raise your cup to the waves we've crossed, for each man here knows what it's cost. Oh, the roaring tide calls us home, from the tempest's heart to the ocean's foam. Till the daylight's gone, for the roaring tide calls us home. Hey! Hey! A crimson sun, it kissed the tide, where the devil's wake runs deep and wide. With sails aflare and our hearts unbowed, we chase the wind, we curse the shroud. Hey! Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, through roaring seas where the wild winds blow. Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, to the devil's wake where the brave men go. The gulls they cry, the sea is ours to call our own. Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, through roaring seas where the wild winds blow. Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, to the devil's wake where the brave men go. After all, yet with every wave, with every gale, we stand as one, we'll never fail. Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, through roaring seas where the wild winds blow. Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, to the devil's wake where the brave men go. Heave-ho, lads, heave-ho, through roaring seas where the wild winds blow. Where the brave men go.